Hey guys, I'm back again, and today I have an update for you regarding locomotives and a couple of other new things, plus what will be coming to the layout. And I've started a little project at the gravel company. So first we'll start off with the locomotives that I've got. You can see here are two of the new ones, and I actually just got in that new Dash 9. So I'll talk about that. This new locomotive will be the main focus of the video because I've already done a video on the AC 4400. Actually, I haven't done one on the SE 75, so I'll show you the new locomotives, and I would do a roster update, but I want to include a couple other things and just pretty much review all three of the locomotives that I got this week. So let me get those in a line in better light, and we'll start talking about them. Alright, so here you can see I have all three locomotives that I picked up this week lined up. I think you've already seen this locomotive. This is an AC 4400 made by Athearn in Heritage 2 paint. I got this from Model Train Man 1985, but I already did a roster update on that, so if you want to, go check that out. So I won't go into too much detail on this one. I mean, it has great, good detail and good paint, and it runs great, and the lighting is nice. The headlights are nice and bright. But yeah, I mean, I have no negatives about the model, so I think we'll move on here to the next two that I haven't shown yet. This first one is an SD75M, which I got from Little Train Man. He's really cool, has a lot of stuff, so if you want to trade with him, I'm not trying to speak for him, but I'm sure he's willing to trade, but feel free to check out his YouTube channel, as well as Model Train Man 1985. He has a lot of good stuff. He's a really cool guy, so check out his channel and Little Train Man's. So this model is an Athearn Genesis locomotive. It has good detail. It does have operating ditch lights, as you can see there. Good paint job, and it has been professionally weathered. So the weathering job is really great. They did a good job fading it, and then the trucks are much dirtier than the fuel tank, and you see that a lot, especially on BNSF with their silver underbodies, or the truck side frames and the fuel tank. Since those are all silver, they get, obviously the dirt shows up a little more than the orange, but the trucks get a lot more dirty than the fuel tank, just because of all the moving parts and the grime that accumulates there. So that is accurately represented. As you can see, the front handrails are missing. I don't know if I already said that, but I will be ordering another set of those, and I was informed of that. So I just need to get another set of those, and I'll just throw on some front handrails and it should be all good. But it does have DCC, and it runs really nice. And I don't know, there's, again, no negatives. I like the detail. It is Athearn Genesis, so the door detail is pretty good. Got all the grab irons up on the nose there. The headlight is accurately placed for this road number, 8236. We have a Sinclair antenna on top, 4-window cab, see-through dynamic brake grills on the side, and the fan on top is also see-through. What else? I guess we have the air tanks on each side above the fuel tank, and then the jacking pads above each truck there. The brake wheel, that's also very nice. But really, just all the doors and detail on the side are nice. You can see these three doors here are actually like undercut. They're kind of like inset, or set in to the body, but they're really defined, and that's just a nice touch. It looks really nice when it rolls by. And then the exhaust stack, or exhaust compartment, I guess you could call it. It's not really a stack. That is see-through as well. So really like this locomotive. I'm happy I got it. Oh, and actually one thing before I move on to the next locomotive to note is that the paint scheme is a little different. You can see on all the other Heritage 2 units, they kind of look like this. There's no, I mean, really the green only is on the long hood there, and then the top of the short hood, or the top of the nose. The green doesn't extend to like the back of the cab or on the cab roof. But as you can see on this model, it does. It covers. It wraps all the way around to the side of the cab. Doesn't go around to the side, but it goes across the door and then also on the roof there. So that's one interesting thing to note, and that is prototypically accurate. I just think it's interesting that only the SD75s have that, as far as I'm aware. So the next locomotive I just got like an hour ago is a BNSF C44-9W, and once again it is an Athearn model, Athearn ready to run. I got this from JFine01, and I've traded with him a couple times, as well as the other two guys I mentioned. So check JFine01 out as well. He's also a really cool guy, and I like trading with him. So check out his channel, and I say thank you to him and the other two guys as well. So I guess moving on to the model, kind of like the details, you can see the the front of the locomotive actually is accurate for this model. You can see it has the low mounted ditch lights, and frequently that is incorrect for the actual prototype model, as is the case with this AC4400. Those should be on top of the pilot, but I'm not faulting Athearn for that. I mean, that's just something in the ready to run line that they don't offer that difference. They don't have the different ditch light positions. Obviously in Athearn Genesis they do. But for this model, luckily they are in the correct position, because this was an earlier Dash 9 for BNSF, as you can see by the road number 617. It also has the, I don't want to call them flared, but they're kind of the wide handrails on the front, and those are kind of typical of earlier Dash 9s, AC4400s. And then also some railroads still use them today. Obviously, like Norfolk Southern prefers those. They still have their locomotives with those. But you can see this later AC4400 has the correct pinched front handrails. So that's kind of something different on the GE locomotives. So they got that right. This one doesn't have DCC in it right now. I just need to get a decoder in it, but just from what I see, it looks really nice. The printing, especially on the number boards, is really clear. If we can focus, which camera doesn't want to. There we go. You can see the printing's really clear. The cab windows are really nice. We have all the grab irons and the sand fill hatches on top of the nose, and the paint on the nose is kind of like a dark gray color. And if you notice on the later SD70 ACEs for BNSF, the whole top of the locomotives is painted kind of in this color, which I believe is kind of anti-slip material that's kind of painted onto the locomotive, so it gives it a different color. But the nose here is in that color, but you also notice that it doesn't come all the way to the edge here, and that is correct for BNSF. The paint never comes all the way to the curve of the nose. It's always inset a little bit. So I think that adds to it a lot, that accuracy. The truck side frames are really nice. Just overall, this model's in really good condition. The air tanks are nice. Paint is crisp, as I said. And I'm sure it runs well. So those are the three locomotives that I got this week. So I might do a little running of those at the end of this video, but I really like them, and I'm glad I picked them up, because now I have 2 Heritage 2 units, actually plus that Dash 8, so that's 3 right now, plus 3 Heritage 3 units, and that brings right now the BNSF roster up to 6 locomotives, and obviously I have a bunch of other locomotives that aren't BNSF, but I really need to build up the BNSF fleet, and proportionally I think I have a good amount of BNSF locomotives. Obviously the other ones are the second AC4400, and then I also have this ES44DC that's sitting up there. So that's that's pretty nice, I think. Moving on, I also got another set of well cars, and that came in the trade with Little Train Man. They are 48-foot Maxi 3 Southern Pacific 5-unit well car. The paint's nice and the detail's all there. I really like them, and they're super free rolling. They kind of want to keep rolling forever, so that's nice. And I also got some containers in the trade as well. You can see there are two 20-foot containers there, some YM lines. I don't know if they still use those, but and then a bunch of other little 20-foot containers that I put in some of the other well cars. But you can see now there's a pretty nice intermodal train, at least for this layout. I mean, in comparison to other layouts and prototype railroads, it's small, but for right now, running around the layout, I think 11 total well cars is pretty good. So that's all the new stuff I got. Actually, I forgot one more thing. I just wanted to show this to you. This is kind of cool. I got this through Friends of BNSF Railway. It's a website, and if you look them up, you can join, and it's kind of cool. If you like BNSF, it's all BNSF news and people who like BNSF. It's just kind of like a cool place to see see what BNSF is up to, and they share some pretty cool photos as well. So this is just a little book they sent, the history and legacy of BNSF. So it's got a really nice cover. It's just professionally done. I just like the booklet, so it's kind of nice to have on the bookshelf. The opening photo is really cool, and you can see there's a lot of great photography. Sorry about that. But I mean, it goes through the history of all the railroads that merged. So you can see there's Frisco, Northern Pacific. We got a Northern there. So I don't know, it's really cool. So if you want to, you can check out that website. I just think it's a cool website and group to be a part of, and I really like that book. So that's about it for the new stuff. I kind of blabbered on for a long time, so sorry about that. But really quick, I just want to show you one thing that's happening. We are building a fence around this this yard here, which is going to look really cool. You can kind of see where it will go, but it just adds to the effect of the yard. It just looks really cool when you have the fence around the outside and this big structure there and the yard office and cars sitting behind it. Just everything together, it makes it look really, really cool. But it's a Walther's fence kit, and the way we're doing it, what seems to be the best way to do it, is we're kind of creating a styrene base, and then we are actually planting the poles into that. Then we will bury it under some ballast and glue it in place. But before we do that, we have to finish the rest of the poles that will go all the way along here and maybe there. And then we need to attach the fence material, which is really just like a fine mesh that they included in the packet. So you'll see that'll probably be done sometime soon, and I'll show that to you. And it'll look pretty cool, I think, around this industry. Already, it's the biggest industry on the layout, and I just like the way it's set up. I think it's cool that we have the incline there and the elevator going into the side of this mountain here that's been cut out with a grate there, the 3 tracks, the operating loader, this parking lot with a yard office and some spare stuff like wheel sets and couplers and a trash bin, a roll-off trash bin, and then I like this yard here, not yard, kind of like open ballast pile, I guess it is a yard, where this loader can load cars here, and that was kind of inspired by Model Railroaders project layout for 2012, or this year, sorry, 2013. So yeah, I think that's about it. Sorry for talking for so long. I just had a few things to talk about, and I kind of did little individual reviews on those 2 locomotives. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and look for more videos. I should have the the other half of that operating session video up soon. It's pretty long, so I'll get that up to you guys, and I should have more videos coming, as I said. So thank you for watching, and look for those.